Welcome! Today I'll be showcasing the task manager I developed for n8n. This component allows you to break down large, complex workflows into smaller modular segments that operate independently. This modularity provides precise visibility into every step of the process, so you always know what each job or task is doing. In short, the task manager transforms your automation into self-documenting systems. I need to mention, this is not a beginner tutorial. You should already be comfortable with n8 and, ideally, with setting up a database. But if you build workflows for clients, rock-solid tracking is essential. The task manager revolves around three core workflows: create task, get status, and set status, which handle all the basic functionality. Because each runs independently, you generally never need to modify them, but you need to know that they exist. The file you're looking at contains every important node, so you can see exactly what to add. But the live demo will be even clearer. There's also a task monitor workflow, used in polling mode. It can push live status updates to any web-based front-end using webhooks. Other helper nodes are get status, fetch the task, and print status to display the task details. You will use these nodes in your workflow. The demo nodes show just how easy it is to create a task and keep track of it. Just remember to replace every node's URL with the one for your own server. You can watch every record, as it's written to the database, but once the schema is in place, you'll rarely touch it again. After a modest one-time setup, no database expertise is needed, so long as you have a front end that visualizes the data. If you choose not to use a front end, you'll need to inspect the database directly whenever issues arise. Next up is the task monitor workflow, called by the poll data branch. It can send status updates to any web front end via a webhook URL, though the details of that integration are covered in a separate video. Now for the first real workflow, generating images. Mine starts from a form that writes directly into the database, but your trigger could equally come from an Excel file or anything else you like. For the demo, I've pre-filled the form with my own data, so I don't have to retype it every time. After submission, a generate unique ID node creates an execution ID for the entire job. Image, video, Lipsync, everything. Individual tasks run inside their respective workflows. Next, the data is sent to the task manager's create task endpoint. Here's the raw form input. For example, young woman with rustic cheeks, and so on. That goes through generate unique ID, but you don't need to understand every detail here. The middle section, the real business logic, is unique to each workflow. In this case, I use OpenAI. The form data is rewritten into a cleaner prompt, more suitable for image generation. The second workflow takes care of audio and then video. Actually, image, video, and audio generation in sequence. I'll show that in a moment. Let me run the workflow and split the screen so you can watch the database update in real time. It takes a second to open, and I'll also move over the small React app I use to monitor jobs. As soon as the workflow starts, you'll see a new job appear in the database. One task is marked pending and another completed, because the first step finishes almost instantly. The trigger then launches the next step, image generation, without waiting for any cron job. Older versions used a 5-minute cron. You'll need to run through each node once to set the correct URLs and choose which data you want to log. It only takes about 5 minutes per workflow and depends entirely on what your automation does. Everything is documented, so follow the guide. The image generation step has already finished, so we're now in the video phase. Video rendering can take 4 to 5 minutes. Meanwhile, here's the front end I built. It shows the job in progress, complete with timings. 3 seconds for the initial data processing, about 30 seconds for the image, and now the video. You also get a history of earlier jobs, which is indispensable when you work with clients. In the previous run, for example, the form took 5 seconds, the image 31, and the video came out without audio. After that, the audio was generated, followed by Lipsync. You won't hear it here, but the audio is already synced to the lips, so the job is technically finished. You could add another step to upload the result to YouTube or TikTok, or insert any other node such as Botato. Our current job is still rendering video, but I can already tell the lip sync will fail, because the model turns away, leaving no face to sync. In that case, I mark the job as failed and restart only the video step. No need to regenerate the image. So, I simply pick up from the video stage and run it again. I'll pause the recording until it finishes, because it can take a while. While we wait, notice how easy it is to swap out the middle section. That's your personal workflow. Change anything you like, such as switching from Kling to Veo to. The red nodes belong to the task manager and only need to be configured once. Because of that modularity, I can reuse the same audio workflow for any number of clients. It's not perfect yet. I'm still refining the task manager, but it already gives you a solid springboard to level up your automations. Thanks for watching. I hope this task manager setup helps you build more advanced, robust automations in n8n. Good luck and happy automating.